bankrupt, and about 30,000 its SMEs were affected by that. Some of them disappeared as a result. So is there a solution to this? Actually there is, and it's something which has been practiced by larger companies for many years, but SMEs are usually not aware of it. So having a solution like this available in an app store on QuickBooks would be quite useful for anyone who's actually trying to run business and trying to save money rather than lose money. And we've built a solution which we'll demo you right now. So it's actually a solution that we've integrated on the web app. So let's just start the Node app. Or how do we change screens? All right, so we start the app. It's now listening on port 3000. We just go in there. We cover, an SME comes to the website, clicks on QuickBooks, picture, chooses their particular company. The company gets authorized. And our app pulls the data from their accounting system. So it says waiting for Intuit.com. And we get their revenues. The app will be integrated also with our mobile app, which is actually in the app stores that we cover.
That was it, sorry.
And,
that was time, sorry. That's the cover. Questions?
So how do you make sure that the data that comes from the other business is correct? Some of the businesses might have just a spreadsheet to keep track of their finances.
What we do, we actually avoid having a business do any extra work. They simply press the button and they get a price for whatever their turnover is. It's up to 4 million in turnover in pounds per year. We can insure it straight away. We have already agreements with insurance companies which are happy to take those risks. And if you go to the App Store already now, you can find our app. For this project, we call it With Cover. In the App Store, it's actually We Cover, and you can insure your turnover, just using the app.
So how much of the work have you done during these 2 days?
The whole integration with QuickBooks, the web app rather than the mobile app has been done just since yesterday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is manufacturing flow control. While they're getting set up, can we have Prosper Chain come on down? Oh.
Let's go. Hi, everyone. How's it going? So, my dad has a small manufacturing business, and he builds these. So, quite complicated woodworking machinery. So, he builds them actually mostly from scratch. So, he has the problem of manufacturing flow control. And what that means is it's basically monitoring the manufacturing process for complex products, from raw materials all the way through to the finished product. So we're going to show you a live demo, slightly risky live demo, of what we created to solve this solution for a simplified example called Pet Palace. And we're going to be building a doghouse. So as you can see, Mr. Alex has ordered something, one doghouse to be built, which is going to be built by Morris and Mayur. So when I click onto this doghouse, we see a live and automatic view of the process of this doghouse being built on the factory floor. So as they scan their QR codes, you're going to see updates and changes in colors that's going to happen right in front of you. Green means it's been happened, blue is ready to go, red is blocked by something else, a subcomponent that hasn't been built yet. Mayur over there on the roof, but he's taking a bit of time there. That's right. So why is this awesome? So we think it's awesome, firstly because of transparency. So a business gets to see at a single view the exact state of their factory floor at any point in time, and also transparency to maybe the customer. So if you start an order, you get to maybe send a message, which comes down to the second benefit, which is automation. So not just for the process of building this doghouse, which is still building the roof, but also, so as you can see, this what we're doing, we're getting some doors have been built. So we've got some walls, I think. Yeah, so some walls. Third benefit of this is also integrations. So because this is such a specified application, there's open integrations for the inventory management side, but also for the invoicing side. So Mayur finally finished his roof and finished the doghouse. So as a doghouse is finished, it automatically generates an invoice and an email is sent out to the customer for payments, integrated with payments from Bolt. Yeah. So last 30 seconds. Also another thing, a great thing about this is analytics. So once we use the system for a while, you get to identify blockers and also just in general shuffle your very complicated work around to get some efficiencies. So yeah, hopefully this solution is going to allow my dad and hopefully thousands of other businesses, hopefully thousands of other businesses to gain valuable insights into the manufacturing process. Thank you. Yeah.
Ta-da! Yay! Marius is so funny.
If the payment is generated after the product has been built, how do you avoid cash flow issues for the businesses?
Yeah, so the focus for us wasn't really, we're not trying to give these examples. For us it was just what's going to be for small business, and we thought triggering nicely with payments, and obviously we were very excited to integrate with the API. So we wanted to somehow get a payment, and that was just, when it's finished, it's nice to trigger invoices or at least send the email for the payments. So we say, without any input from anyone else, it's simple scan of QR code actually kicks off a lot of things that ends up with the customer being paid, with us getting paid back from the customer.
Are you aware whether this is unique? Is there anything else on the market that's similar?
Great question.
But not quite there?
So from what we looked into, so yes, there are similar things, but so I spoke to my dad, and he has an actual small business, and most of the products are a lot higher level. So they have 3 or 4 steps, maybe a couple pre-processing, like 5 maximum steps for processing, some post-processing, and some much higher level. So this can hopefully go into thousands of components that you can, yes, there's an upfront cost, but we think the benefit that you get once you set everything up is going to be huge with the insights that you can get. So it's very, very fine-grained for complicated products specifically, and we didn't see anything related to that really.
Great, and have you talked to higher up about getting better quality team members?
I actually work with these guys as well.
Okay, cool.
This is why we chose the dog houses.
And what's the pricing mechanism for me as a small business owner?
Sorry?
Cost me? As a small business owner, how much am I paying you for this?
How much do you want for it? Sorry, we haven't thought about it.
Okay,
We
fine.
just
Okay.
want to make something nice for you.
Great, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for Up next is going to be Prosper Chain. While they're getting set up, can we have Quick Connect come down?
You were great. It was so funny, guys. Fantastic.
Can you get me one as well, please?
Sorry?
Can you get me one as
I
well?
only have one of these left.
We are Prosper Chain. We help small
No,
and
I only
medium
like this one.
enterprises keep their business safe. UK SME were owned 255 billion in 2016, and this trend is getting worse. Yet, 1/3 of SME don't credit check their customers. They don't know who pay them quickly or who actually won't pay them. There's no automatic system to help SME to control their credit control process. So we are Prosper Chain. We are here to help SME to better control their credit control process. So let me give you a quick demo. So first of all, you register in our portal, and we integrate with QuickBooks and also third-party credit rating agencies. So when you integrate, you go through the process and then you integrate with the QuickBooks and you sign in. So once you sign in, then our system will automatically pull the invoices and contact details from the QuickBooks and into our system. And also at the same time, we also use the third party, one of the global credit rating agency, API and data to help and measure the credit risk of your customers. So here it will be the screen when you integrate and register with our system. So our top chart will show you the overdue, outstanding, and the trend. You can see the week by week overdue and also the your every week overdue and outstanding. And also on the right-hand side, left-hand side, there's a customer credit limit that will show you how close your customer hitting the credit limit. And this is a traffic light system. And also by default, we will pull the credit limits from our third-party credit rating agency credit limits. So it will automatically tell you how risky these customers are. And also in the middle, we have an age status. So we categorize all these invoices into time buckets. If you go further down, we'll show you the top 3 debtors, and also we categorize each individual payment invoices in different categories. So if I go a little back up, and let's go to individual customer, John Lewis. So here, this is a live feed coming from credit rating agency, the credit score. So we see the latest credit score and also the trend of the credit limits and credit score. So it gives you a sense of what's going on with this company. So, and also we have setting. So we have a machine learning which will match the company name from the QuickBook to the database with credit rating. And also you can set the
Thank you so much. Thank you.
prospective customers?
Sorry?
What about prospective customers?
Prospective customer. So this will be the next package we're going to develop. So at the moment, we use the existing customer and monitor the customers.
And how much of this have you done over the last couple of days?
Yes. So basically, we have the demo. We run out of time. We can send automatic SMS through the next mode. And also we create an automatic voice message to call the customer and asking if they can make an early payment. And also we integrate with the QuickBooks over this weekend. So we've done quite a lot. And also we have the payment, which basically we have a payment which actually can allow SME to make payment using the payments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Up next is going to be Quick Connect, and after that is going to be Fund Invoice. Who knows what number we're on?
18.
18.
18.
Now I got all confused. I don't even know what number we're on anymore. So anyway, we're getting there. We're getting there. Quick Connect. Oh, yeah.
Hello, I'm Daniel, and together with my team, Quick Connect, this weekend we built a quite amazing hack, I think. Basically, the problem you get to decide that. Basically, the problem today with finding services online is that you can't trust them. You can't rely on the reviews. They can be fake reviews. So what we thought of building is to have an app that allows users to connect with the QuickBooks account, and then we check their invoices to match with the paid invoices, and then we see if they actually have business or not. Now we're going to have a quick demo because my presentation wasn't as long as expected. So basically you can register with the QuickBooks account. Select the company that you want to use. And based on this, you can search for the type of service you want to use. So for example, you can choose IT consultants or web designers or photographers, web developers. And then it pops you up with the list of the web developers in the area you're registered with your own address. And here you can check like details about what they do, services, reviews, and then we have badges as well. And the badges are assigned, as I said, using the invoices. So basically, if they've been in business for, let's say, a year, they'll get 1 year badge, but here they had 10 successful clients, so they get a 10 successful clients badge. So basically with this, you know that they actually done business with 10 clients, and you don't get to get a person that never done a website before. It happened. So that's pretty much it.
Questions?
So what are types of badges?
So basically you have years of experience, and then you can have domains. I don't know if you're familiar with there's a QuickBooks app that offers a service to find accountants. Basically what we did, we extended this and we combined it with Fiverr. You can get multiple badges. This is all further development, but for now you just get how many clients you had and how many years of experience you have.
So for your database, when you say a web developer, when do you get the
We
data
take
from?
all the details from Intuit, well, most of it. Some of it we've been advised to just complete it ourselves. But what was available and what we could get, we got it from there.
So like the About Me page, you would write a little description about your own business, and you would actually write that in our app rather than in Intuit, because you can't do that in QuickBooks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Quick Connect. Quick Connect, the best dressed developers I've ever seen. Up next is Fund Invoices. They're getting set up. I probably need one of these really soon. Can the hairstylist come down here? That's the name of the company. I don't have like a hairstylist.
You heard in the earlier pitches how bigger the problem is in terms of. Yeah. Sorry. Hello. We have heard in the earlier pitches how bigger a problem is for a small business with unpaid invoices, and all those were right. We are fund invoice and we have a different approach to the problem. So what we're saying is, do you know 90% of the businesses, small businesses, go out of business because of cash flow problems? And through our research, we found between 40 to 50% of them have unpaid invoices. So what we're saying is, if we can inject cash using that unpaid invoice, we can help businesses to stay in business. So what do they do when they have this problem of unpaid invoice? What you're seeing on screen are the options. They go through these existing companies who offer these products, invoice finance, invoice factoring, and invoice discounting. These are the most popular in the market. There are others, right? What do? They take one of these products from the shelf and they get this cash injection. So I'm not going to go into the finer detail of how these products work, but what you're seeing on the screen is the numbers in terms of a typical business which wanna get a financing of 100,000 through an unpaid invoice. So you can see on the screen they have to forego between 3 to 5% of the invoice amount, which I think is ridiculous for a small business to forego. So what we are offering is something called Fund Invoice. What it does is gets that amount to be crowd-funded from any investor who wanna take the risk and get that small business paid forefront. So what we're offering is a platform called Fund Invoice, where a existing small business can quickly import their invoice on Intuit QuickBooks, and they can list in this marketplace. And you have pool of investors who assess the business through the information. Again, we pull through QuickBooks and they fund. It's basically a crowdfunding marketplace for unpaid invoices. So I can go into the detail about how it works, but I'll explain that through questions later. But with tech stack, we've used React, and we've used Intuit API for business information. And for processing payments, we've used Payments API and Nextmo API for sending out messages. Very quickly, this is how the user journeys are. You can see on screen, quick connect to QuickBooks. You import information and you list the invoice. You have all these crowdfunders funding that invoice, and there you go. You have money in your bank account to run your business. That's it. Thank you. Thanks.
So what do you offer to the investors?
So I repeat the question. What are we offering to investors? So we thought about a couple of models, and one of the models we think that works best for investors is offering them options in terms of how much money they're putting in, just like Kickstarter, if you think about it. First option is if the amount is in a certain range, they can get perks from the business. If the amount is above a certain range, they can get return on the investment. We are thinking of charging between 1 to 2%, but the platform fee we can offer as part of that. Basically.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Fund Invoice. Up next, we have the hairstylist with one of our youngest hackers. If merchandise market can come on down.
Hi everybody, we are the team behind the hairstylist and we're here to help your clients on their quest for a perfect hairstyle. So let's be honest, we've all been there, Googling, searching hair inspiration before we go into hair salon. And let's be honest, the truth is that oftentimes we don't really know what we want. And all we want is to be just as beautiful as most of the celebrities. So we are solving three problems. First of all, choosing the right hairstyle is really long and tedious process. Number two, if you did some mistake and if haircut went wrong, it's really hard to fix it. So it's really hard to please the customer. And number three, especially for small businesses, the word of mouth marketing is really, really hard to get and hard to get started with. So our solution, we developed the Hairstylist. It's an Android app which helps salons to save time for both hairdressers, but also clients, and also increase the customer happiness for people who are coming to that hairstyle. We offer completely automatic, ready to be used hair looks. They're based on the similarities with celebrities, but also on the age of the client. For example, if let's say my husband got matched with George Clooney, who is almost 60, then we will match we will offer him a hairstyle where George Clooney was 20 years old and not 60 years old, because that's kind of better in our case. Yeah, and now we have a demo of our product.
Okay, after a little instructions. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, after a little tutorial in the application, we get to upload a selfie. Then the application starts processing the selfie using the celebrity endpoint, and will provide some style which we can select and go. Okay. Again. Let's start again. Okay, here we are. The app is processing. They will provide some style. We can choose one of them. Then pick a date to book an appointment and proceed with the payment.
That's my credit card.
Let's just go with them. And after the payment is being processed, we get e-receipt straight in the application. Let's see. The payment process is quite slow, actually. Okay, but we're done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much. Right, I'm sorry.
What's the purpose of the payment? Are you trying to encourage people to pay beforehand, or are you expecting that to be done after the hair has been done?
Yeah, before. But it can be also, it can be both used at home, but also in a salon where you can pick and just directly go to the, so it will save time both in the hair salon, but also to the person if picking at home. So yes, we expect
the salon chair, and you're giving me the app, and then I'm scanning myself in the chair.
Yeah, they can be installed on the tablet somewhere statically or in the chair.
And you're going to supply all of the images of, how are you going to source all of these images to?
Very good question. So we were using Clarify. We had two models. We used one is the celebrity to pick the celebrity to match, and second we used the age in order to we identify the age of the person, in this case our colleague, and then we match with the right photos of that age, not any
age and ethnicity.
It can be also done. I think, yeah. Also gender, yeah, everything. Thank you.
Right, thank you, the hairstylist, and we have, this is actually Merchant Market, I think, right? While they're getting set up, can we have app raise start heading down? While they're getting set up, I'll apologize to Code Node for drinking all of their Red Bulls, but thank you. It's helped this week.
Oh no, because I do data science, I've already used that celebrity and the age stuff before, so it's like, I already know.
Well, you could always have, what age would you like to be?
But that's the whole thing, it's rubbish, because some of us look younger, some of us look older than our age.
Well, hi,
you
I'm
don't really
Sandeep.
want to have a reference point. You want to
We are here
pretend you
today
look
to
younger
present
than you are.
merchant market. Well, the problem we tried to solve today was a rather simple one. What do retailers, what do retail shop owners do when they don't sell stock? Some stock just don't fly off the shelf. So I have some stats for you, but these are all from the internet, so you probably know them as well. So our solution is an inventory stock management platform that essentially provides a platform for other businesses to buy unsold stock from people who are willing to sell it at a discount. So essentially a marketplace between businesses where they can actually make money off unsold items. Well, I don't want to make haste and just show you the demo. So this is Qasim's company profile, and now he's going to go look into his dashboard. So what we try to do is give very basic information, just need to know stuff, how many items you have, how many sales this month, how much you make. And we have a bit of graphs, nice little UI, and now we can go more into products. So these are the products that he has in his inventory. And this is all the data that we gleaned off of QuickBooks Online. So we've integrated with them, and each product has stats on turnover rate. So this particular stat, sales, is how much they sold in comparison to last month. So they have this kind of easily visualization, so they see what's actually useful. And now in terms of the one that says minus 66. So now this particular stock is not being sold. So now the platform actually gives a pop-up to the user saying, why don't you go to our market? So now Qasim's going to go to the market, and give it a second. And yeah, so he's on the market now, and he's already put something up. So now he's going to sell his USB-C wire, because that was the one that he didn't sell much last month. Now he's going to put his amount in, and it's going to go on to the market. Right, now I'm another company, and I look into my profile, and I'm like, okay, I had USB-C as well, and I sold a lot of them. I sold 214% compared to last month. But I only have 150 stock. I think I need some more. So I'm going to go to the market, and I see Qasim's thing. Oh, he's selling 160 units. That's quite cheap. I'm going to buy them. So all the other company needs to do is click this buy button, and within a few seconds, an invoice is being created on QuickBooks Online for the person who's selling it, and a bill is being generated for the person who's buying it. So we aim to give small businesses the ease of use to just change stock over and make money out of stuff they just don't sell. That's pretty much it from us. Any questions?
Thank you.
Any plans to add pictures? How do I verify that what you have is exactly what I want?
Yeah, so we did have a little issue with that. So items need to be exactly the same. You can name them differently and stuff like that. So in the future, we do plan to use Clarify, kind of glean exactly what item it is. But in need of time, we essentially just use same named items and same ID named items. So yes, in the future, we can use Clarify, gain exactly if this is the exact same item. So you can have extra stuff like that. That's further development, definitely.
How would you handle disputes in this case if you receive something that you don't like or you want to return?
So essentially, so if Qasim could go to the market, so each actually billing, you get an email of the person who's actually sold you the item. So if you click upon them, Oh yeah, there's another quick useful bit. So each tender offer or a market sale, or when someone puts something up for offer, we give them details in comparison to items they have. So I've actually missed this. So if I had clicked on this beforehand, it would have told me how much I sold this item for last month. So it gives you this really quick information on your inventory compared to this one that you're going to buy, which is kind of what keeps us apart from any competitors there. So we give real-time information to what you're trying to buy.
And in terms of integrations, have you already integrated with payments or?
So we haven't actually done payments. We essentially left it all to QuickBooks Online. We create an invoice, we create a bill, and we let the company people handle it on QuickBooks itself. So they can send payments across and do everything in QuickBooks. Well, eventually we can integrate our own, but at the moment we just thought it best to leave it to QuickBooks.
And who pays the platform, the buyer or the seller?
Either way, so we can either, so we have two ideas for this. We could do subscription based from both people. Any business that's on the platform pays us a subscription, maybe a premium model, or there's another way we could go as a commission rate on each sale. So you could use the analytics and everything else that comes with it. Every sale, we can take a commission off it. Either way, there are different varieties.
And in terms of competition, how the competition looks like for you guys?
Well, competition-wise, we are targeting two things. There's reporting, which is all over the place. QuickBooks itself has a lot of other apps that do it. What we aim to do is just give very simple information, mainly over the turnover rate of an item. So each item, how much they sell per month across a long period. And the main thing that we try to do is give us the marketplace. It's really quick, easy to use kind of thing where you just click a button and you have stock. And you just pay for it with what you've always been paying with. There's no actually new integration for payment. You just use QuickBooks the way you always did.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question. Okay. Right. Claps are getting weaker. All right. You guys are so I know, I just got to get woken up. That's what I need. So, if Rev Forecast can come down while App Raise is getting set up.
Thank you very much. So we are the team AppRaise. We have created this app to solve the problem of gaining consumer insight. So small businesses tend to have a hard time conducting market research efficiently. Not asking your target audience can contribute to a poor business experience. Therefore, we have built this app, and my brother here is about to demo it for you all, and I'll talk you through. So right now, on the right, we have a business seller who's registering to start integrating the app. So here you can create a survey. You give a survey name. This is just for the business owner. It's not visible to anyone else. It's just to help identify it. Number of people the survey is targeting. And here are screener questions. So the screener questions are just yes or no answers, and you can add trick questions, such as, are you a TFL employee? Well, we don't really care about that, so we don't want anyone to just randomly answer yes to answer everything, so we're going to have a no there. So do you own a dog? Yes, because we're interested in that. And do you take a dog for on your holidays? Yes. So now we're going to actually add a question. And you can have a multi-choice question or a single-choice question. So this is, how much would you spend on a smart collar collar for your dog. And it's less than £30, for example, or between £30 and £60, and say more than £60. So then we can add the question, and there we have the question, and we've added it. Just the one question, but you can add as many as you want, but a small amount is best. So now we have the consumer-facing part. So consumers sign up. Here, they just enter your email, password, and then they'll get we've got connection problems. Okay, sorry, we have really big connection problems on it. It's just broken suddenly. But basically, what you have then is a sort of Tinder style of question. So you can either swipe right to answer yes or swipe no. So you can easily do this on the go. And it's a really fast way to get to pass the screen apart. And then you get to the final part where you
problem for small businesses. Without those accurate sales projections, you don't know how much inventory to purchase and when to purchase it. Not to mention the time cost to the business. So our solution is Rev Forecast, an app which forecasts future revenues based on machine learning using regression. And we're going to show you how it works right now. So switch over to the app. If we go back to the presentation, we're going to load up the app now. We're going to load that up now. Once you log in, the first thing to note is that we'll automatically pull in your QuickBooks account data from your QuickBooks account. So we'll have your historical sales data. We'll then feed that sales data into our algorithm along with other factors. So in the example of ice cream, we'll take into account the weather's going to be, what day of the week it is. The algorithm will then calculate all of that and produce a graph of your future sales.